Alright, I am live and I am sharing to the group. Okay. Alright, so I'm live here. I have the chat going on, so we're going to go to live chat. And here we go. Okay, so I've got an excellent connection. Everything is going well. Okay, I'm going to move my coffee. We're going to talk for a few minutes. I hope that you can see everything okay. So, I had a chat all done. And my webcam froze. And I was having issues. So I went to edit, and I guess part of it got corrupted, and I didn't feel like redoing it, so I decided to just kind of do a flip through, and we're going to talk about some journal stuff, and we're going to talk about a few other things, because May is tomorrow. I can't believe it's May. David's birthday is on the 6th, so it's Monday, y'all. He got his present early already. The audio streams bitrate. I wish I knew if you could hear me. Let me go into OBS real quick. Hello, hello, hello. Let's move this closer. Hello, hello, hello. All right. Hello, hello, hello. Hello, hello, hello. Hello, hello, hello. Okay. Hopefully you can hear me. All right. Okay. So, I'm not sure if people are going to show up. Don't know. Guess we'll find out. And, hopefully people will let me know that they are here, and that will work. Okay. All right. We're good to go. That's there. Okay. I am checking everything. I guess I should share this to Twitter. Log in and tweet. Okay. All right. Okay. Good. So it says I have 2 people, but I think I am one of those people. So if you're here, say something for me. But what I wanted to talk about, I need to, okay, yesterday and today, let's see. I've been in pain, but it's been, still been a rather good day, even though I've been in pain. I'm still getting things done. So we're just gonna put mild. It's a lot of pain, actually, but okay. So yesterday I did this. I just put it back, and today I did an errands. Okay. I've completed this. Look at that. I still didn't finish that. I haven't put stuff back in there. So, I've been wanting to fill this journal up. It is good paper. And for people who are bullet journalers and they use, a little bit of watercolor and a lot of markers, this would probably be perfect. I finally put the picture of my dad's truck in there, and I've actually been adding some pictures too. So you're going to see, because I decided I'm going to do some journaling around this, why I didn't like this spread. And it said Selfie Saturday, so I'm going to talk a bit about why I didn't like this. And, stuff. So then, this, I like this. This is a bit of illustrating your day, right here. And I've done a bit of it on and off in here. Like you can see, I added pictures, y'all. I need to do some journaling. Really like that spread. Adding some stickers, some journaling, some to-dos, some journaling. This was something I've been working on, and I want to do some journaling here, and I'm going to finish up some journaling there. This was this past Friday. I took Victor to go get his hair cut and stuff, and it went pretty, he was so good. I mean, he talked her head off and got bossy and told her what to do, but it was really good. Really good. I want to finish doing this, and I'm going to do some journaling, but I got to wait till my hand's not hurting for some of this. I may end up drawing the little palette, the little art toolkit palette. How was April? So this is my May goals. I have a most excellent connection, and everything's going well, and nobody's here. Okay. So, I really like the May goals. I really do. I like how this looks and everything. And if I'm looking away, it's because I'm looking down at this, and it has to do with where the webcam is. I need to find a way to adjust it to on the side, maybe. And I love this. I'm going to do the weather here and do my little field notes here. This will be May's log. I really wish I'd thought more about this and put this right here and put these right there. I'm not quite sure how I'm going to do this. This may be, I'm not sure. I'm going to figure this out. I've got to figure it out before tomorrow. So this is where I almost caught my bullet journal on fire. And this is this coming week's spread right here. This is where we're at. Well, this is this week's spread, I guess, not this coming week. This is the rest of the coming week because I'm right here. So I really like how this looks. Okay. Just making sure. I don't know if there's anybody here, but so I have this was yesterday. And I normally, you know, the little panties that you used to get, my daughter, I think, still had some as a teenager and stuff that have the days of the week on them. Well, that was in the sticker thing, and I normally would not put that in there, but then I'm like, why not? It's Confidence Day, and I was looking all cute with my hat with my little red ribbon on it, and my red dress, and my red Converse with my little pants underneath my dress. I was like, yeah. And I went outside and I did some walking, and I fed the birds, and I listened to the birds for a while. I've actually got some vlog stuff I'm going to add. And then this is today. And I've actually been working on pages. I had to help David pack. His boss called him when it was time for him to wake up, because, you know, he's been working nights. And his boss called and said, I need you to go to Rome, Georgia. So this is where this ends anyway. So this was with the coffee chat. So we're going to talk about this, and I'm going to flip to in a minute. But I pulled this out. Put this in here. Put this in here. This is what I was doing last year in August when we went to see the Meg, and I was doing some of this. This is the breeze that John cut down for me, and I'm going to start using it. And the reason I'm going to use it, I'm going to put some stuff right here, is that I need to get better organized for YouTube. And I tried it, but I didn't really know what I wanted to do. So what I've done here, I've got some more stickers. They should be coming in. I need some little Patreon stickers. I'm gonna have to figure out how to do that. And anyway, so I'm gonna put some more. I'm thinking about doing the coffee chats on Wednesdays. I might move these because David's birthday is on Monday. I might move these if I end up going back to Mondays, but I'm definitely going to be doing Fridays. So I need some little Patreon stickers. I might just use some orange stars or circles or something. I have these that I was thinking about using. But they're no orange. So let's just do this for now until I can figure out. So we have, because I'm sure I can find some yellow looking stickers. Do I have people? Have people joined me yet? Okay, so anyway, well, you're getting the sort of coffee chat and a journal with me. There are other stars in here, so we'll see. So what I was thinking about is how I do the videos and stuff. Like, I need to kind of keep track of a little bit better and make a kind of a schedule, which is something I really want to do. So I was thinking if y'all would let me know what you'd rather have. Well, I guess we can do green or purple, or we'll do pink. And I'll do green. Anything but red. We'll do stars. All the stars for Patreon. Okay. I think I'll flip this. Let's do this. Because I really want to do the other YouTube channel. So I'm gonna find some purple hearts or something. So anyway, like I said, I was thinking about the different videos, because we have I could do a vlog I can do a vlog once a month. And that would be cool. Like, and that would go, depending on the vlog, it would go in the, oh, there's my yellow stars. So it could go in the $7 tier or the $15 tier, depending on the vlog. And then, okay. And when I get the YouTube stickers, I'll put them there. So I was thinking about that. But anyway, let me tell you what I'm going to be doing. So on Friday, I'm going to be getting a new to me, another B6. And I'm going to switch this around. So I'm going to put this stuff in that B6. And then I'm getting a journal from Bree eventually. I don't know. Or I'll put my journal back in here. I have Astrology to do bullet journaling in. So I guess it depends. When I finish this up, I may end up using Astrology for bullet journaling. Simply because watercolor doesn't work as well on the Astrology paper. But it works well enough for bullet journaling. Because that's not my art. I mean, even though this looks like my... I mean, it is art. You know, doing this stuff. But, and that turned... I love the way that this looks. The one kind of looked, you know... So I also did this in the Hobonichi. I did, let's get to, okay. Alright, here's May in the Hobonichi. And I did, I don't know if I'm going to do anything else right here or not. But I've got to put some stuff down for May here. So, where's my big fat fountain pen? Okay, the one that is bold. Alright, so I need to write some more stuff down. I know I have some stuff at the end of the month that does at the end of the month. Netflix, Constant Contact, but there's something else. But anyway, so I have my little, and then, here we go. So, I've done this, and I didn't do that. That I did not do. 9 a.m. Okay, and then I guess we'll see if we can find a sticker for that. And then we get to here, and I have my May goals. So I need to do the card that I pulled today, draw it. I have the card right here. I haven't done it yet and put it in here. Compassion for all. Hi, Susan. I'm so glad somebody joined me. So what I'm thinking is, as soon as, alright, this Astrology, I've been kind of doing more pictures and some journaling. I'm not doing a lot of watercolor. One, the Astrology isn't all that great for watercolor. So I seriously am thinking, when this Archer and Olive notebook is used up, doing the bullet journal on the Astrology paper. I can either use the B6 because I have that calendar, or use this one. But I'm sort of doing this as what I'm doing creatively. I'm documenting the creative stuff. That's okay. I'm late. I had OBS was like acting up. It shut my computer down 3 times. Then when I finally got it up, it gave me a green screen. I'm like, what? So I ran my software, I ran my Avast, like the cleanup. I have the premium one. And I got some stuff done, and then I did OBS. Again, I opened up my webcam for this, and went back into the settings and resaved them, and then went back in, closed OBS, went back into OBS, and I finally got it all done. So what I'm working on is, this is sort of my creative stuff. So this is where I'm documenting the creative stuff. Not my life, like my personal life so much, like a little bit of like stuff that's going on in the news and social media, and a little tiny bit of personal stuff, but not like a whole lot. And but mostly just my get outside, my self-care, when it comes to some of this stuff, like, you know, that kind of thing. I do need to do the writing, but my hand has been hurting, so I haven't done a lot of the writing. So I think I'm going to keep up with this documenting the creative stuff in the A5 Stology. And then I'll put July's over here when July starts. And then I seriously think I'm going to go to bullet journaling in the B6. And what will happen is, when I get the other new to me folio, I'm going to put this in there. I could technically use this as the social media thing, but I've already started it in the other one. Or I could do my bullet journaling in this. But I'd already started doing art journaling in this. So Bree's making me this journal, and I have yet to figure out, because what I was hoping is, if this one will fit in here. And it does. This would be the bullet journal. Because when I'm done with this art journal, I'm ready. I know. See, this is my dilemma, though. And I turned the Stology upside down because I don't need the dates at the top. I can't read that with I can't read that. They're so little. I just turn it upside down. The numbers end up upside down, but I don't use the numbers really on the sides anyway. So it doesn't really matter to me. But the Stology is not as good for watercolor. And it is white, but it's a little bit of a creamier white than a bright white. So, I mean, you can see that it's not, this looks a little bit more gray when you put these beside each other. And this is a grid rather than a dot grid. But I think for bullet journaling, I'd rather have it smaller, because my to-dos don't need to be the entire page. And I have been doing this really well. Like, I mean, I've been doing really well with this. This has become quite chunky. I don't know. I'm hoping this will last through May and June. It may not, which is fine with me. But I don't think I'm going to get another one. And I think my hand has been hurting so badly that I don't need to do so many different things and so many different notebooks. I've got to streamline a few things. And y'all know I love some notebooks, and y'all know I love writing, but I have not been able to do that much because my hand keeps going numb and it keeps hurting. And with it hurting, it hurts more when I'm writing than when I'm drawing. So I think I'm going to keep the writing to a bare minimum, and I'm going to stick with this, and then the one that Bree sends me will go in the other, which eventually my goal is to maybe by the end of the year just get another little B6 calendar and astrology, and the astrology be for bullet journaling, and then eventually, hopefully, because what I'm doing in here I could easily do in the Hobonichi if I change how I do things, so that eventually maybe come July this will be just personal stuff, and the Hobonichi will be all starting in July, because of One Book July. This will all be creative stuff, like, because that's what I'm doing in here is the creative kind of stuff for what I'm doing for social media and different things, like what I actually do. So some people have an overflow journal, some people have I'm actually documenting my life, my creative life in this, not my personal life so much, but my creative life in here. And it's still a form of journaling. And then in this, I think what I'm going to do is I'll do some of this other stuff, which is part of my creative spiritual. It's what helps keep me inspired and motivated, and helps me. It really does help me. It helps me find my zen, I think, in a way. It helps me calm down and stay focused and motivated. And that will be that. And then the other one would just be my personal journal, where I'm illustrating and documenting my actual life. So I've only got this in A5 and then the 2 B6s, and I'm done. Next year I won't be ordering a week's, nor will I be getting an A6. It's not necessary, and especially if I end up having to have surgery on my hand, I'm hoping this is just a pinched nerve, and it is something that I can maybe in arthritis, and maybe arthritis medicine will help, and then maybe a chiropractor or something. I really don't want to have surgery. I don't know what it is though, but it's going to on my whole right side. My knee gave out yesterday. My leg and my knee and my ankle went numb, and it was hurting. My hand hurts. It doesn't just go numb. It hurts. It hurts when I write for a while too much, and it'll go numb. Right now it's tingling, and it's not the kind of tingling that you get when your hand falls asleep. So I'm sorry for the shadows. It's nighttime and I don't have any natural sun coming through here, and I didn't want to move to the ring light, because then I would have had to use my laptop, and OBS wouldn't work as well on my laptop. So I'm hoping just to end up with the 3 things: my personal journal, my creative life, so to speak, and then the bullet journaling and planning. And if I use if I use this for personal planning, like I'm trying it out, because I switched to a whole new AVEC, the whole new Hobonichi. Thanks, Susan. If I try this out for here, I really think I'll be better off in the A5. Yeah. I know I have that weird color. I look kind of blue, and this looks kind of weird. It's because of the way maybe this will help. There we go. It's the lighting. It would work better if I could put the ring light here, but the ring light won't work here all that well. Because of the way the desks are, and I don't want my desk pulled away from the wall, because then I have less room in my room. So I'm going to try this right here for the first 2 months, and then I'm going to go, I think, everything. When One Book July, it's going to be so much different, but I've had to streamline. I put away the Creative Minds journal for now. It's undated, and May is in there, but I'm not going to use it because I just can't write all that stuff. I've got a goal planner thing coming because I really want to concentrate on my goals, but that's just a once a big thing once a month, and then a little bit of stuff daily. It's not a whole lot. I don't have to do a bunch of writing or drawing in that. So I'm trying to streamline so I don't have to do so much writing. I like the drawing, and I'm not going to not journal. I have to journal. For my sanity, I have to journal. So, depending on when I get Bree's journal, I might just put this in the new folio, or put this in here and then put the Stology in the folio with the calendar, and then put this one back in here. We'll see how it goes, but I'm excited. I'm glad to get back into B. What goal planner are you getting? Cultivate What Matters. Cindy Gwentart Baldo's using the whole year one. Well, I got the 6-month bundle. It should be here the end of this week, like Thursday. Because I really want to get into back. I've got that 90-day goal planner and stuff, but I don't like how those look. I just don't. I don't need the weekly and all that stuff in there. That's not what I want a goal planner for. I don't need it for a planner. And I don't want to do it myself because I can't do everything right and draw everything out myself right now. My hand just will not let me. But I feel really excited because this, if let me move this for a minute. If I were interested and didn't want to do more than, like, only wanted to bullet journal, and I got my art fix from bullet journaling, this or the Enigma would be perfect. I really like how this turned out. And when I do next month's, which is right here, I'll actually list what I do, like a little abbreviations for like where I went, if I went somewhere, because I want to start collecting things. You've seen Cindy's and have been intrigued. You're very interested in your opinion of the 90-day one. Will you be sharing it? The 90-day, I will show it to y'all if you want. I'll find it and I'll show it to y'all. On Patreon, I'll give y'all my honest opinion. They're all the same. I've got the Wordsworth Planner, which is goal oriented, and the 90-day one. I had to pay for shipping, but got it free. And I'll show both of you. I need to do a video for YouTube where I compare the two, but I have trouble. I should never ever say yes, I'll do a review for something unless I think it's something that I will really like, because I am really particular. They both have decent paper. The Wordsworth Planner has better paper. They're both bound and everything, but they're too meh for me. It's like I had all these hopes for that the blue one that I got, the Law of Attraction one. The goal stuff in it was fantastic. The vision board stuff and how you do your goals and all that. But the way that they lay out the weekly and the monthly I don't like that. I don't need something to be a planner. I just need something to help me work through my goals. Now, for some people that would probably work really well. Like, I was using the Creative Minds Journal as a sidekick for kind of goals, but I'm drawing stuff again. I'm actually drawing more stuff, and I'm like, I don't want to draw stuff in this one. I just want to do my goals. This is the goal thing for me is all function. Like, it'll have some stickers in there, but it's all function. Maybe some color code of ink or markers, but it's all function for me, the goal stuff. If I put it in the bullet journal that I'm drawing out, some kind of tracker or some kind of monthly thing, it's more things for me to draw. And I don't want to do that. But I'm really liking how this is going. Like, I really like the way that especially once I added some of the pictures in and everything, really, really, really love how this is looking. And when I've started adding in things like this field tracker, field notes thing, and the weather, it's actually multi-purpose, because I've noticed that with bad weather my hand will get worse. You have trouble with goal setting, and one that Cindy showed had lots of questions to work through. I wondered if it would help me focus. Planning would still be in my 10 because exactly. Yes, see, me too. Same with me. My planning is more in the Hobonichi or in the bullet journal, depending on what it is, which is why, like I said, my goal is to streamline my bullet journal stuff and to end up with most of the actual, like some of the planning stuff in this, and then this is what goes after I have here. So I may end up having I don't need as much room for to-dos, because I'm let's go to a page. For example, I love this. This is where I almost caught my bullet journal on fire, y'all. Y'all, I mean, I seriously almost caught it on fire. So this was Monday, and I have all this room, and this was skipping space, and actually I don't need that much of a space for a to-do. And this is today, and I ended up putting this quote right here. So I don't need all that space. I technically could probably use the A6 if it actually came with a weekly thing and be okay. I did the video about it. I had this candle lit, and when I was doing that, this flipped out, and the candle was like this, and it was sitting like that on the candle, and the candle was, yeah. Oh yeah, I did a good job. I'm seriously glad that it didn't like spark on fire when I was in the middle of filming the video. So, and I could have edited all that out, but I didn't, because I was like, oh, this is hilarious. When I was done with it, everything was okay. But I like how like this is going, but I don't need all this. I'd rather do this kind of stuff in the like with regular pages. So but this is great paper. This is great paper. It reminds me of that Strathmore paper, the Strathmore mixed media paper. It really does remind me of the Strathmore, but fountain pens are not all that great on this paper. They're not. So anyway, but that's my goal, is to get, it's a chunky monkey though. Look at that. If I take it out of here, so you can really get a good idea. I'm getting to where I like strings less and less and less. You have cats that like to be up with you. You don't burn candles. You have horrifying visions of cats knocking candles over. I don't have any pets. We decided not to do the pets. His parents have pets, and every time you turn around, it's you have to do something, take him to the vet, and all of this. So we don't have any pets because David was going over the road so much. But there, that shows you how much I've used and how chunky. But one of the things I've been thinking about, since my hand has been hurting so badly, and I don't know, I'm really hoping I won't have to have surgery. I know I've been wishy-washy. It feels like a little bit wishy-washy with this. I do like these though. And if I knew for sure I wouldn't have to have surgery, or I was just going to give up the Hobonichi and just stick to bullet journaling, it would probably be fine. I would just use this. But I really wish Hobonichi would come out with a B6. Really, really, really wish Hobonichi would come out with a B6. because that would be perfect and I wouldn't have to draw my own crap. But I do like A5 for regular journaling, which is why, like, I think this is going to work out well, because I'm actually documenting my day. Most of my day is spent being creative, which is why I call this my creative one. Because most of what I'm doing, does the chunk ever bother you towards the end of a journal? It does. That's why I talked about this. That's why I got the half a year stology, why I have the AVAC, because it's already, look at that, it's already getting chunky. And this doesn't have as many pages as a Leuchtturm, and it's already getting chunky. And why I've switched to the Breeze instead of the Enigma. This is the 365 stology. I already had it, but the chunkiness for the bullet journal won't bother me, I don't think. But the chunkiness with my journal when I'm drawing bothers me. But I think if I can find the B6 in a half a year, if I keep doing the bullet journaling in the stology, because I don't need to have Tomoe river paper to bullet journal. I don't do a whole lot of watercolor with my bullet journal. I can do the monthly setup and then a little bit on the weekly, but for my daily stuff, I don't need a bunch of watercolor. However, for my journaling, you know, when I'm actually doing my journaling, I do watercolor. So I want Tomoe river paper or a sketchbook for my art. So in my journal, either this one or the one that Bree makes me, I will be doing what I'm calling art journal, sketchbook journal, something like that, where I combine illustrating and documenting together. But then, so the Breeze has, let's see, how many pages is in the Breeze? 183 pages. So it's about half the size of an Enigma. It's a little bit less than half the size of an Enigma. Here's an Enigma. This is that blank one I'm going to start doing little doodles on. I want to start doing like the PDF stuff again. So yeah, it's about half the size of an Enigma. The Enigma doesn't have labeled pages. It doesn't have numbered pages. So, but I've missed the B6, and I needed to get back into an A5, or I think I was going to be afraid of it. But now I'm not anymore, and I've realized that especially for my art and art journaling, a sketchbook kind of thing, sketchbook journal, art journal, I don't need an A5. And for my bullet journaling, I don't need an A5. And if Hobonichi would come out with a B6, a regular size B6, not a B6 Slim, but a regular size B6, I would use it. I may switch to the Jibun Techo, get the B6 Slim, even though it's the Slim, and use it next year. I don't know. I know I spend way too much time. There's a pro and a con to it. Having so much space, when you write a lot is wonderful, but when you don't write a lot, or you have really little handwriting, it's a lot of real estate. Right now, with my hands the way it is, it's just too much real estate for me for right now. And if I didn't already have May completely set up in here, I would go ahead and switch back to the B6. If I didn't have May already completely set up in here. Yeah. So hopefully I will write so much and do so much in this that I can have June in the B6. Yeah, because I need to not write so much, but I want to fill that up. I'm tired of flip-flopping. It's time to settle down. And I think that's why I'm kind of excited. I really love the Tomoe River paper. The 68 GSM Tomoe River paper. So, I think when this is finished, I'm going to go back to this. But yeah, next year I may not get Hobonichi at all. I may end up with the B6. Or I might just do the AVEC and keep up like this. Do the Enigma. Lots of sketching in your future. Yeah. More sketching and watercoloring and less writing. Because the writing hurts. It really does. The writing hurts right now. And if I have to have surgery, I'm going to be doing everything with my left hand. And that's going to be fun. That's going to be really fun. Because I'm not ambidextrous. I'm not. I wish I were. Okay. So, I was hoping more people would show. I was really hoping that more people would show. Audio bitrate. I don't know how to change the audio bitrate. I don't know how to change the audio bitrate. Let's see. Audio. I have no idea. Excuse me. I don't know. Video, recording pad, audio bitrate. Aha. Okay, apply. Okay. Now maybe that will help. You can't imagine you without the Hobonichi. I so wish they'd come out with a B6. I can't imagine not having the Hobonichi either. And I have looked and looked and looked at the Jibun Techos. And it's just the right size. And I know some of it has Tomoe River paper in it, and then some of it doesn't. I think some of it has paper that's similar to the Stology. I love the Hobonichi. I always have, even when I hate it, I love it. There's so much I can do with the Hobonichi. I mean, I have went from sketch note taking, which led to, I've done some planning, which led to some journaling, which led to more journaling, and adding collage bits and journaling, and more journaling. I think I skipped a page. That was watching Rogue, and I changed the colors on that. Hey! To planning, to journaling, and planning. People were wondering what I used. Shampoo and stuff for the curly hair. That right there. I'm thinking about going to the Diva Curls. Blank pages. Stickers. These are two of my favorites. These right here. Two of my favorites. I think I want to create a series of these. You didn't remember how to watch YouTube. You were watching on Patreon. You remembered how to do it. Yay! You can chat in YouTube. That's why I put that in the little direction, in the little instructions or description or whatever. I'm thinking about doing some of this kind of stuff eventually for like little things as cards to send people, like when I send thank yous. Trying to do something like this but more them, because these are easy where you don't have to, like, you read and write. I mean, and I could do some kind of art one maybe. But I'd like to create my own cards to send people, thank you cards or something, and do some kind of little something like this on there. You don't guess you saw. I really like these pages. This was, you can tell with the depression and anxiety when it gets the better of me. I really liked this page. Be a Dandelion. I never watercolored those. Victor, still, the other day when I took him to get his hair cut, he carried his dinosaur with him again, and then he had to tuck it in my purse when we went into the hair place because he didn't want it to get hair all over it. His dinosaur. That was when Toby won. Planning, I was seeing how much time I actually spend. Y'all would not believe the amount of time I spend filming and editing. April, and I really have enjoyed doing the affirmation cards, doing the watercolor stuff. I love that one. That was probably one of my favorites, how it turned out. But yeah, I'm going to be doing a lot more sketch notes and a lot more of that kind of thing because writing really hurts me right now. So I go to the doctor in the morning. David is on his way to Rome, Georgia, because he got sent there for work, and I had to get everything ready for him. He won't be back until late Friday night. So he was going to go to the doctor with me in the morning. Now he's not going because he won't be here. He's gone. So it's kind of, I know this is kind of late for some people, but I don't know. I'm rethinking everything, and like I said, I seriously, if I hadn't done all that drawing out of everything with the gnomes and the garden stuff for May, I would go ahead and switch to B6. But y'all, how cute is that? And even my May goals page, look at that. It's so cute. I can't not use it. And this is, I think, going to turn out even better than this did. You got hand pain with all the writing for camp. Yeah. Mine is so bad that I'm dropping stuff. And I'm having to stop in the middle of doing stuff because I can't move my hand anymore. Because it's hurt so much that it's like my pain thing. And I've been adding the pictures. I printed out a bunch of pictures. And I started adding pictures. So I like this. And like I said, I think I'm going to, with the bullet journal stuff, kind of do more function. And if I didn't already have the gnomes in here. So if this lasts through... If I get too close to the end, at the end of May, I might go ahead and switch for June before I set up June in here. I love this notebook though. I really do. I've gotten used to it now. It does definitely remind me of the Strathmore paper, the mixed media. It does handle well with watercolor. But I think it would make a better journal, like a better art journal than a bullet journal. The fountain pen ink isn't as great on it as Tomoe River paper, but I'm spoiled. I love Tomoe River paper, so I think that's my biggest problem, is that I'm spoiled to Tomoe River paper. You've had the hand pain for years, and yeah, I'm going to the doctor because this, David's worried about this, the bone spur. It's hard, and so I've got to let him know about that. And then with my hand, with my knee and my ankle. Yesterday doing it too, like I've been having trouble with it, and my feet and my ankles keep swelling really bad. My hands, they're swollen right now. So I don't know, circulation problem, arthritis problem, a combination of both. I don't, carpal tunnel. My left hand does go numb. Like if I talk on the phone for too long or I hold something in my left hand for too long, it will go numb. That's why we think it might be a pinched nerve. I think with my right hand, it might also be a bit of carpal tunnel. But David's really worried. And I'd rather go ahead and get it taken care of now. Because yesterday when I was walking, my leg had went numb, my knee. My leg went numb and my knee gave out. And I almost busted my ass. Literally almost busted my ass. Like to the point where I might have hurt myself. So yeah, he's worried, and he said I needed to go ahead and go. When I tell him that I'm seriously thinking about going to the doctor, as much as I hate going to the doctor, he knows that it's really serious when I say I need to go to the doctor. So I got glue on my there we go. I have glue on my hands. So I'm just kind of at that place where more sketch notes, less actual outright writing. So drawing my own stuff and all that, I'm going to do a little bit of it, but I'm not going to overdo. That's why I'm doing more pictures lately, which is good for me, and why when I sketch and I watercolor, it doesn't bother me as bad when I'm sketching and watercoloring. So let me flip to my face so y'all can actually see me. Yeah, I'm gonna be right in front of y'all. Okay. It's gonna be really up close. But I thought switching to the B6 stuff might be a good idea. I'm gonna be transitioning into B6 stuff throughout the month of May. And I'll be glad to go back to yeah, I look like I'm let's see. Maybe that will help. I feel like I'm blue. I feel like a Smurf. You're having to force yourself to take a little break from the keyboard for a few days. Yeah. I like my ergonomic keyboard. It makes a really big difference. It makes a really big difference. Y'all see my roses in that vase behind me? Back there. I clipped the roses and put them in the little vase. I was so excited about y'all. I've been putting roses from my own rose bushes and I'm like, I might as well enjoy them. The guy behind us put a whole bunch of red roses on each side of that big workspace, his shed, and they're gorgeous. They are so gorgeous. And I'm thinking about putting a rose bush in between the 3 azalea plants that I have. So I'd have 2 big red, maybe 2 big red or some, I'm not sure. Maybe I'll do yellow since my azaleas are like fuchsia pink. Maybe I'll get yellow roses. I don't know. But I'm thinking about putting 2 big rose bushes in between those. And I'm about to, probably this weekend, go get the wood spool looking things that electrical people use. Those big ones. My daughter has some. I'm going to get a couple of those. And we're going to do container gardening. I'm going to use containers on top of those. And so I'm going to try container gardening. I'm going to try little plastic bins. We'll see. Poke holes in the plastic so they can drain. And I'm excited. We'll try them. I'm just going to do like bell peppers and tomatoes and cucumbers and a few little things that we use a lot. And then maybe if that works well, we'll build some kind of thing to do. I eventually want to get a greenhouse or build a greenhouse in my backyard. So Azaleas are a big deal down here. Everyone, they're everywhere. Yeah. I transplanted those 3 azalea plants for my parents. First time we did 3, and 2 of them died, and I only had the 1. Then we brought 2 more back here, and David mowed over the middle one with a lawnmower, and it came back prettier than the other 2. So now they're all blooming. My wisteria is blooming. Or it just bloomed. All this stuff we've got on the fence in between our house and the people in the brick house with the kids, there's honeysuckle and stuff all over that fence. David cut the neighbors on this side with the mobile home. He cut their grass. There are 2 older ladies that moved in there. They're sisters. And one of the sisters is my cousin Robin. That lady is her mother-in-law. Her husband Carl's mom. We went to see them in Hilton Head. Not last birthday, but the birthday before, when David and I went to Hilton Head for the weekend for my birthday. That was Robin I went to see, and her husband Carl. And Carl is like David. He's super, super sweet. They're great, salt of the earth kind of people. Him and Robin both. Your mom's got honeysuckle. I love honeysuckle. If it weren't for the bees. But I like that it's in our backyard because I can smell it when the wind blows. So I've got some vlog stuff I'm going to put together. And I'm still going to continue with the watercolor thing. I'm still working on a whole bunch of different things. So I thought getting outdoors and taking a picture every day, and then maybe drawing some of what I take a picture of, because I can use the picture as a reference. I can, that will, if I'm adding pictures and all kinds of stuff and drawings to my pages, I don't need to write as much. And then I have that watercolor. I want to do the caterpillar and maybe something else. And I've got a lot of stuff I want to do, but I will be glad to get back into B6. My hand has just been killing me, and I can't keep up with things with my hand hurting like that. It takes a whole long time because I have to take breaks and let my hand stop for a while to, stop hurting, take a break, and then go back to stuff when it's actually handwriting. And Camp NaNoWriMo's made it worse. Yeah, because I do a lot of handwritten stuff when I'm writing. And then I'm trying to think what else. We have quite a few things around the house we're working on. May is going to be, I'm going to be working on the linen closet. The purple, I'm going to work on the linen closet. Dave and I are going to work on the purple room and the vehicles. And then I'm also going to be working on the closet in here. And we're rearranging the TV in our bedroom so that we can see it better. So I'll finally have the big cubby back that's in my highboy, because that's where my sweaters have always gone, and I haven't had my sweaters in there. So my sweaters are in something else, which takes up all this room in our bedroom, because I had to put them in the trunk because they weren't in the highboy and the cubby. And sweaters are thick and they take up a lot of room, and they didn't all fit in that trunk, but they all fit in my cubby in the highboy, and I actually have extra room in there. So yeah. David's like, God. So we're going to move that probably this weekend. We sold the little brown car. The guy hasn't come and gotten it yet. He's been working late this whole week. He was going to come today and he forgot the key. Because we already gave him the key and the title and stuff. Once we get the air conditioner fixed and the SUV, and we know for sure everything is good with it, and David we got the one part for my dad's truck. Hopefully that will fix it, and we'll change the oil in it, and it will be fine. Once we get the SUV done, really where David can actually drive it, and my dad's truck is drivable, then we're going to sell David's little green truck and use it to fix my car and to get a carport, one of those metal carports, the big one. So was just, you know, David's like, I love my little truck, and I'm like, we can't afford insurance on all these vehicles. Our house, our yard looks like a used car lot. And I said, you know, keeping up the maintenance on all the vehicles, buying tires and oil changes and parts and the insurance, we can afford all that. We don't need 4 vehicles. There's just 2 of us, you know. And he's like, so I don't know, but he said okay. He said he was the one who mentioned it to begin with. But well, I'll sell my little truck. And I'm like, okay. Then he kind of said, oh, well, I don't know if I want to sell my little truck. Your mom has one of those metal carports. Yeah, my mom, there's one at my mom's house. My brother bought it, and it's supposed to hold 2 cars, the one my brother got. But it's more like a car and a half unless you have 2 smaller cars. But what we want the carport for is for my car to go under, and then for an extra little, like a little bit of space for like the grill and stuff. And then eventually we'll move it, because eventually we'll want to add on to the house. We want to actually build a garage with a laundry room in the garage, and then expand our bedroom and the dining room, which would expand the kitchen. So expand the back of the house. We want to get a walk-in closet and make our bedroom the size of an actual master bedroom instead of a little tiny bed. Our bedroom is probably about the same size as this bedroom. It's just weird shaped. Like one wall is way longer, and then the other wall is kind of shorter. This room is almost a square, but not quite. But there is a shorter wall. But our room is weird. And our closet is the smallest closet out of all bedrooms. And it's the master bedroom closet. So I don't even have my clothes in that closet. My clothes are in the closet in the purple room. They were in here, but now I'm using this for storage stuff. So eventually I'm going to get a shed and I'll convert it into a creative space. And I think I'll just get a bunch of these things that are behind me instead of bookshelves, and I'll leave these bookshelves in here and for the kids' books and for whatnots and pictures and stuff. Yeah. And I'll put the bunk beds in here. Or David will end up with this room, and until he can, you know, get a jam room. What we need is probably 2 sheds. Artist Stream's bitrate is lower. I changed the bitrate, y'all. Y'all are gonna get on my nerves with this shit. I changed the bitrate. So I don't know. I feel a lot better about. I've been cleaning up the room. And like I talked to Bree, because Bree was like, "Thank you. I don't know what you sent me all this stuff for." She's like, "And you didn't send me the journal to fix." But I don't know that I may end up later on sending her the journal. The house you rent was built before master bedroom concepts. You store your clothes in the closet in your office. Yeah. Yeah. Because Victor and my mom are really the only people, and Kayla are really the only people that ever are in that purple room. David doesn't want to leave his guitar stuff in there because of Victor. So, otherwise it would be his jam room. But, I don't know. As I go through some of my stuff, I just started checking out videos on capsule, module, wardrobe stuff. And maybe, I've been thinking about that. Earlier today, before I had to go to the bank and then go get David some stuff to take in his little travel bag because he was going out of town, I was in the same clothes I have on now, but I had no shoes on. I was barefoot. I still have on my shoes from when I... But I try to wear decent tops. But I end up kind of wearing the same things over and over again because they're comfortable and they bring me joy and I like them. And I've kind of outgrown some of my t-shirts. The dryer shrank them. Because I didn't shrink. You know. I think I got to, I've gained some weight. Not being as mobile as I was because I've been in so much more pain. And then before the pain, it was the depression and anxiety. And then before that, it was the pain. So I feel like I can't get a break. Every time I start to lose quite a bit of weight, then something else happens. But it's okay. I'm getting there. I've been much more active even with the pain, because if I do stuff that doesn't require me to use my hands, like if I just go walking, it evidently gets my blood flowing. It gets my mind off of the pain. And so I've been taking breaks and getting outside and walking more. And that actually has been helping. And I've been cleaning up some of the stuff in the house. We got the couch out of the living room, the extra couch, finally. So my recliner's back in the living room. My daughter needed that couch much more than we did. And now if I could just get some of the furniture I need to finally take it to my mom's. David's truck, right now David's little truck is dead. The batteries went dead in it. So he's going to have to charge it. And when he gets back from out of town. And hopefully it will charge. And I'm trying to think of what else. Mostly I've been cleaning and organizing and journaling and trying to... Endorphins are like natural painkillers. Yeah. I can start doing anything in the house that is some, like, when my anxiety gets the better of me, if I don't create art or I'm not reading, then I'm cleaning. I need busy work. So it depends on what it is. So I'm either need relaxing mind work, like reading or creating art, or I need busy work, like washing dishes, sweeping and mopping, vacuuming, that kind of stuff. I need a busy work. Cutting the grass, anything that keeps me physically busy. So it's one or the other. So I've noticed that when I go walking or I go do the dishes or something like that, it's not as bad. Sometimes, though, I can't do the dishes because I'll drop the plates if my hand is going numb a lot. So I'm just working on all of that. I've been on here for an hour and 15 minutes, y'all. Some of y'all got here late, so it probably doesn't seem like very much time at all for y'all. Susan, you still with me? There's a little bit of a gap, a lag. So I won Camp NaNoWriMo by the skin of my teeth. I did, after I finally got the hours in there. I had been logging them. After I finally got the hours in there, then I got like a kick in the butt, and I like wrote for like 2.5 hours, but I did it on the computer. I did it on the computer, and I was like all excited because I ended up with a total of like 44 hours total for the month spent on writing, which is not very much considering there are people who spend 40 hours a week doing it. But because it's not my everyday, I mean, it's not my all the time, like I do it in spurts, you know, I try to do it every single day. There were a few days this month where I didn't get any writing done, but then there were a few days where I got like 2 or 3 hours worth of writing done. So I was doing, I felt like I was doing a really good job, you know. So while I have y'all here, I know I talked about it in this, I talked about it. I am so loving this book. I really wish I could remember who. Any progress is progress. Exactly. So I feel really good because I have not completely finished Act 1 yet on my novel, but I have gotten over halfway done with it, so I feel really good about it. But y'all, I love this. Okay. This is a poem called Nourishment. It's a little tiny short one. Be selective in what words you choose to ingest, both from yourself and others. And then this one says, shifting tides. A fine line exists between adaptability and sacrificing self. Know when you go with the flow and when you give your flow away. Now, see, some of these don't even feel like really poems to me. They're like little, let your heart break daily. In conversations over song lyrics during the pause right before the sun rises, while you're sipping coffee and looking into the eyes of someone you love. For it's when we break a little, we come alive. It's in this space of feeling we expand. And it's here, in our vulnerability and openness, we step into our greatest selves. Quit hiding your magic. The world is ready for you. I love these. Now, I'm not going to say that she's like the best poet ever. I love me some Bukowski and some Billy Collins and Sylvia Plath. There's a lot of people. But May, what's her name? May. I have her poetry. I can't think of her name right now. It starts with an S. But I really do like this. I Am Her Tribe. Really do. Hacker. There's a poet named with a lot. Marilyn Hacker is a good poet too. But I'm liking this. It's good for a change. I needed a shift. Exactly, like little pep talks. I needed a shift. Like the affirmation cards, the sexy crazy love notes. I have the oracle cards that Arwen and that one artist did, and I like those too. And I've been reading like some Zen stuff and different things. But I needed something that gives me a break. I wanted to read some poetry, and when I saw that book and the poem that was in, I was like, could be right up my alley for now. Something that sparks little flames in my spirit right now. I need that. I don't need the flame completely lit and on fire all the time, but I do need, like you said, Susan, the little pep talks. I do need some of that sometimes. I've been working a lot on the confidence thing and ridding myself of so much self-doubt. And sometimes I feel like I sound like I don't like, I'm repeating myself over and over and over again. But self-doubt comes in waves. It's not a thing that I feel all the time. But when it hits me, sometimes it hits me really hard. What's the title? Okay, the title is I Am Her Tribe. It is by Danielle Adobe. This has such a lag. I'm going to see if it's showing. I'll leave a link. I got it off of Amazon. I'll leave a link. There are some Stephen King books that are out or that are coming out. Some other books that are out that are on my wish list. I need to make a list. I can do it public or we can keep it private. I can add it to a tier depending on what y'all think. I could put it in the $7 tier because the $7 tier is more for the other stuff. Like the $7 tier is kind of for like creative stuff. It's kind of like for planning. It's kind of like for maybe some of the DIY stuff. So we could do like a book thing. Putting it on your Amazon book wish list. We could do like a book thing. And we don't have to do it every month because it might take us more than a month to read a book. But once a month, we could talk about, or I could, and y'all could talk about it too in the comments. But before I'm going to finish this thought, then I'm going to tell you what I told Patreon when I did their survey. We could talk about it, like what books we're reading, and have like a recommendations list. It could be creative books, it could be writing books, it could be art books, it could be fiction books, it could be biographies, it could be poetry, it could be anything. I'm not going to limit it. I just kind of, I think once a month I'm going to mention more of what I'm reading and what I think about what I'm reading, and ask for recommendations, because I am reading The Lunar Abundance, and I really am resonating with that for the moon stuff. I like that. I like that a lot. That's actually really well written. But I'm nowhere near finishing it. But I really want to finish it by the end of May. I like all different kinds of books. I mean, all different kinds of books. I'm not real big into young adult, but I do like some young adult. I really like the Illuminae and the Gemina, or Gemina. I don't know how you say that. I like those two books a lot. I love me some Jim Butcher and the Harry Dresden Files and Patrick Rothfuss. I will be so glad when the two of them come out with their books. I've been waiting and waiting and waiting. Book club could even be Journey with Burgess if you don't think, we could even do more of, like, I could mention it in the Patreon stuff. It doesn't have to be, it could be a public post. I just have been thinking about that a lot, like I need to do more stuff on the Journey with Burgess. Y'all, excuse me, my allergies. Allergy medicine. I've been thinking about more of, like, because that reading helps me stay creative. Reading, it inspires me to be more creative. It's where I learn. I want to talk some more about different kinds of things, because I want to, in my one notebook where I'm documenting my creative stuff, print like a little picture of the book that I'm currently reading and talk about it, like when I finish it or when I buy it, why I bought it, write down why I bought it. Start doing more of that kind of documenting too, and not so much of the, I can do some of the ordinary stuff, but I'm done. I will draw some coffee cups sometimes, but I want to document my life. I've been changing my style. That was what today's video was actually going to be about, was style and stuff. Because I think how I dress now, and some days is completely different than other days. How I wear my hair, the kind of makeup I wear, and how I wear that makeup has evolved. It's a work in progress. 10 years from now, I probably won't be doing the same thing that I'm doing now. I definitely won't, although I have some clothes that I've worn on and off for over a decade, that doesn't mean that's the same. I want those same kind of clothes all of the time, So, I don't know. We evolve and we learn, and hopefully we're learning something new every single day. And if we're really doing that, then it's going to change us for the better, hopefully, usually, if you're learning new things and So I've been slowly trying to work my way out of my comfort zone with some of this, and into doing more, not so much chronological stuff, but kind of having a bit of fun, and still sort of kind of being chronological, but not so anal about it. And I've been trying to have more fun with the documenting my day part, and not just the illustrating. like I said, I'm going to be doing a lot more sketch notes, depending on what the doctor says. I will let y'all know what the doctor says. And I'm going to check and see. Okay. All right. Persephone, that baby doing the dance with that post, that was hilarious. So I don't know, y'all tell me what y'all think about where do you think we could do the book thing? I don't want to open a whole new page or a whole new group or anything for a book club. But I think it would be fun to talk about that. When I did the survey for Patreon, I told them that I thought it would be a really great idea if the community part, where people could post in the community part, would be just for patrons only. Where other people, the public, could not see it. Where only patrons, all of my patrons could see it. That if it's going to be a community, it needs to be my Patreon community, and my patrons, not the whole, public community. And I also told them I thought it would be a really good idea if you could do live videos and not have to go through YouTube. But yeah, I think there's a lot of readers and writers in the Journey with Burgess group, and for those of I think a lot of the people who are patrons are actually in the Journey with Burgess group. If you're not, please come join. I think it would be great if we did that. It is a chat, and it would work way better on Patreon. If you could do, like you can go in Facebook and go live. Well, you can go live in Instagram and go live. They needed to be able to do that. I could do, when I do the video in video, but for actual coffee chats, for just chatting live, I think there needs to be a way. I think you should have a choice. I don't like doing those little clip things because, one, you're only allowed to do it for like a few seconds. And it's not the same as going live like this. Like chatting like this, it's not the same. I think it would be better. I think I would have better, because I could get on for 15 or 20 minutes, do a quick little live chat when I'm thinking about something, and I don't have to go through YouTube and do all of that rigmarole that you have to do this. I do Zoom with Romney, but I know how to participate in Zoom, but I don't know enough about Zoom to actually work Zoom. Like where I'm the one being the one in charge and I don't know that much about Zoom. I have thought about doing Zoom, but I know if you have so many people, you have to pay. And right now it would work because I don't have that many patrons. I have 23 patrons. So I think it would be okay. I think it's up, but it might be up to 20 people, but I know all 23 people would not be on a live chat at one time because of time zones. But once you get up to a certain amount of people, you have to pay. But Zoom would work when I get to a point where I can afford to do that. I'm trying to think. You're a stranger to Zoom. Zoom is fun if you have a webcam. Even if you don't have a webcam, if you have audio, you can it'll just do a picture. You don't have to have a video. Or you can do it where you don't do the video. In Zoom, it's like more like a conference call with where it's like Google Hangouts, where other people, where you've got people in the video with you. So in Google Hangouts, you can put the thing up where your face does or doesn't show, like where you put a picture up and not just that picture shows, but your video doesn't show, it's just a picture of you. Or you can put up where your video, and then the speaker, the main person, can click a button, and whoever somebody else can talk. It's pretty cool. You can look up Zoom on YouTube and look up Zoom on their website, and it'll give you more information. I haven't checked into Zoom enough about it. I've learned how to use it to get in Romney's class stuff with, but I'd have to check as far as being the creator person. So I don't know, but not everybody does Facebook, or I would do more of the videos, more of the like live chats in the Facebook group, but not everybody that's a patron is doing the Facebook or is in the Facebook group. So I think Zoom would be really good. But I have a hard enough time getting people to comment on the videos. So maybe Zoom or something like that would be really good, because that way, instead of, you're actually participating in, and it feels more tribe like when other people can participate. So I don't know. I'm bad about commenting sometimes too. Like, I comment way more on Patreon with the people I'm a patron of than I comment on YouTube videos. I don't comment on every single YouTube video I watch. However, I always click the like button, because the more interaction there is with comments and hitting the like button and stuff, the better it goes. The better your YouTube channel is, as far as like the analytics and stuff. So if I'm doing a video, even if I'm watching a video from a patron, from somebody I'm a patron of, I will click, because if I watch it, like if it's a chat or something, so I'm watching it on YouTube, I'll hit the like button on YouTube, and the little heart button on Patreon, because I know more about the analytics now than I did before. It's like when people hit dislike on my videos, like I have those few trolls that are always, like, I can put up a video and within 30 seconds to 2 minutes of when I've got the video up, they're hitting dislike. Well, you know what? Their dislike is actually helping me, because it's where the people are interactive. Whether they're clicking like or commenting, or hopefully both, the more interaction there is with my videos, sharing, all that, the better off my analytics are. You see what I'm saying? So they're not hurting me, they're helping me. And I'm like, okay, cool. Yeah, if I watch, sometimes I'll put quite a few videos in my queue, and I end up watching them on the television while I'm journaling and filming. And then you'll hear me do voiceover, so you don't always hear what I'm actually watching. So sometimes I'm watching YouTube videos. Sometimes I'll queue them in my tablet or my phone, and I'll put them in the queue. And they're either people that I'm a patron of, or people on YouTube that I follow and I watch on the regular basis. And I'm watching those or listening to those while I journal or plan or clean or whatever, Because if they're on the TV, I can hear them on the TV when I'm washing dishes. And then I don't have to worry about my phone battery dying or my tablet battery dying while I'm doing dishes. So I can't like and comment when I'm watching those, though. So if I watch one or I listen to one while I'm journaling and it's on the TV, I'll go back in, like say on Patreon or on YouTube, and then I'll click like. I'll go back to that video and I'll click like and maybe make a comment. I don't want to be on social media all the time, though. I do so much. Like earlier today when I went to Starbucks, I lost my gold Starbucks card somewhere. It's either in my daughter's car or it's in my car or it's in this room somewhere. Because I checked my whole purse and I can't find it. So the guy was showing me how to do the Starbucks app and to find my card number and stuff. And I'm pretty sure it's in my car. But anyway, so I set up the app thing in Starbucks. And I was like, okay. And I said, look, I don't want to have all this crap on my phone. I said, you see the crack in my phone? I said, and I leave this places. I left it at my daughter's Sunday at the baby shower, and then we had to go get it Sunday evening. I had to go get it from her house. I'm like, I don't want PayPal and Starbucks app and the app for the bank and all of that. So I don't want that on my phone. I don't want people to be able to pick up my phone and get in it and do all that. I don't want all that on there. Your painting right now, you almost always have something on to listen to when you're doing things. When the thing I listen to is finished video, you don't yeah. But I do like to interact when it's live. I like the live videos. I think I'm going to do more live chats. I don't know about the live journal with me's, because the live journal with me's would be like 3 or 4 hours if I did it from start to finish and didn't use the heat gun at all. And yeah, I don't know about doing a live journal with me. I don't know. It's something to think about, but I can't not talk and journal or paint. I cannot. I have tried and tried and tried, and I cannot. But I think I might do a flip through once a month and do that and do a coffee chat once a month. That way it's not so much about a tier thing. It's about a Patreon thing for the patrons. Because once I do the film with me, like if I do the flip through, even if I do it live, I can go back in and take the video part of it, and I can take the talking out of it and time lapse it just a little bit, and then I could actually put it on YouTube. But I like the interaction that you get with live videos. I prefer the interaction. I would love it if I could do a Google Hangout where other people could talk too. Which is why, like, Persephone with Zoom, it would actually be better because we could all kind of participate. You wouldn't have to type. You could actually just talk. I mean, some people, they have a chat thing like this, a little box chat, and you can do that chat thing in there like that. Instead of, if you didn't want your voice to be on there. But I really like the live videos. I just really wish it was much easier to set up. YouTube does have the thing where it's really easy with the camera, with the one webcam, but you can't switch webcams doing that, and you can't do video and video doing that. So, like, I would have to actually hold something up if I were doing it that way instead of using OBS. With Zoom, I can switch cameras. I can actually switch cameras. So Zoom would be a better way to do it, I think, if I could figure out more about Zoom. I'm trying to figure out my editing software for photos and my editing software for videos. I'm still trying to figure out. I'm getting better with the videos. But I still have so much to learn, and I really eventually want to be able to do Photoshop, but I can't do it yet. And I would really like to get better at making videos on the whole. One of the things I was going to mention before I go, because it's getting late and I have to go to sleep. I've got to go to the doctor in the morning. For those of you who've been with me for a long, long time, I did the Artist Way a couple of different times. And you'll know if you've been following my YouTube channel for a long time, I tried this and did not manage to get through it. This Finding Water is the one where you walk daily and you do morning pages daily and you do the artist date once a week. It's a 12-week self-guided kind of thing. But I feel like I'm in need of that kind of getting my creative juices flowing kind of thing. And to get back into the swing of morning pages and the artist dates and stuff like that. So I'm going to start this tomorrow. I will be doing updates on YouTube because I'm going to do the video tomorrow. I'm going to do a live video tomorrow on YouTube after I get back from the doctor's office. So hopefully that will be around, what is tomorrow? Wednesday. Hopefully that'll be around like 1 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. Because my doctor's appointment's at 9 in the morning. So hopefully, if I get back and don't have to go anywhere and have any tests done or anything. But if not, then it'll be tomorrow evening when I do the chat. But I want to start this. So I'm going to get back into it. And I chose this one rather than the Artist Way because this is pretty similar to the Artist Way, but it has more. It has the walking, which is the extra step. So they do the morning pages and the once a week artist date and then the walking. And because I'm really, really excited about it, I think this would be a good time now to kind of get back into this and do this one. I don't know. It will, if I start it tomorrow, the second week of July would be my last week doing it. So it's a pretty big commitment. Right now I'm doing the 100-day project. So I've done it for 30 days. I have 60 days left, which is 2 months. And anyway, I'm trying to be creative every day. And I think this would be a good way towards building those better creative habits that I really wanted to build. That was one of the reasons why I chose to do the 100-day project. Because it's not about doing any one thing in particular every single day other than like writing and art. It's more about being creative every single day. Yeah, it's by Julia Cameron. It's called Finding Water. I got it from Thrift Books for like $3 and some change. It's still got the little Thrift Books thing on here. But it's by Julia Cameron. It's the second book in the Artist Way series. So I don't know. I didn't get through. I said, and some other people have said, that it's not as good as the Artist Way. But I think for me, I think I tried to do it too soon after doing the Artist Way. And now that I've had a good while in between, I think this is a good next step because you add in walking and it does have different things. Some of the stuff is different. So I think it'll be a good change, a pace for me. And I'm still doing all the other projects that I'm already doing. So I'm pretty excited about that. I'm trying to think if there's anything. Like I said, I'm going to be slowly working towards switching a lot of things except for the Hobonichi into B6 size. That's a comfortable size for me. A6 is a little too small for some things, and A5 is just too much real estate, right? Especially not all the time, because I love A5. I love A5 for text journaling, for my regular, like, everyday, daily, Dear Diary sort of kind of journaling. I like that size, and for the planning. But with my hand the way that it is, I need to switch for a while. And like I said, I can't really switch the bullet journal because I've got all of May's stuff in there already, the gnomes. And I could redo, but I don't want to redo. That's just too much work. So I think, yeah, I'm just going to kind of roll with what I have right now. And eventually just kind of get the notebooks and stuff kind of set up for June. And then I think either June or July, I'll be switching everything but that. And July is One Book July, so just in time. So I'm pretty excited. You know. Alright, y'all. I'm gonna go wash my face, pull my hair back, brush my teeth, put on pajamas, all that good stuff. Do my little nightly routine, with the exception of writing. Too much. I'm gonna do a little tiny bit of that. And then I'm gonna put in a documentary and set my alarm. Which reminds me, I need to set my alarm because I have to be at the doctor's office at 9 because I have to fill out paperwork. So yeah, lovely. So good night. Thanks for sharing your evening with us. You're welcome. David's on his way to Rome, Georgia. So I'm here all by myself. And, you know, I figured why not. Okay. This is those little wild roses. The little wild, what my dad called Confederate roses. I don't know that that's their name. But, and then that's the blush rose, and then that's the miniature yellow. So, it smells good in here. I will let y'all know whenever I get back from the doctor's office, how things went. And hopefully everything will be okay. And I've got a 911 episode to watch from last night, but I may be watching that tomorrow while I journal. If I get back from the doctor and do everything okay with the YouTube video that I want to do. I don't know. We'll see how things go, but I will definitely let y'all know. And I will see y'all again soon. Thursday might be a vlog of sorts because I've been doing quite a bit of vlogging if everything with the camera stuff turned out okay. So, bye y'all. Have a good night.